Vancouver looks calm on the surface, glass buildings, mountains, clean streets, but the moment you enter downtown Eastside, the illusion collapses. This is where Canada's drug crisis lives in daylight, not hidden, not rushed, but slow and open, people sitting on sidewalks with pipes in their hands, others slumped forward, frozen in silence, not chaos, not panic, just exhaustion. Because in this city, drugs aren't only everywhere, they're tolerated, decriminalized, normalized. The idea was safety, control, compassion, but what it created was something far darker. A place where addiction no longer has consequences strong enough to stop it. Fentanyl dominates the supply. Mixed with unpredictable chemicals, overdoses happen daily, sometimes hourly. Paramedics move faster than ambulances. Naloxone kits are as common as coffee cups, and still people die again and again. Not in back alleys, but in front of stores, bus stops, clinics. And the scariest part is how quiet it all feels, no sirens. Screaming non-stop, no public outrage, just routine, businesses open, tourists pass nearby, and life continues a few streets away. While here people live between doses, between survival and collapse, shelters overflow, safe supply programs struggle, rehab beds are limited, and many users don't want treatment anymore because the street offers certainty, no judgment, no waiting, no pressure to change. And standing there with my camera, watching a man inject without hiding his face, I realized Vancouver isn't facing a sudden crisis. It's living inside a long experiment, one where harm reduction tried to save lives, but forgot to ask what happens when survival becomes the only goal and recovery fades into the background. And in that silence, addiction doesn't scream. It settles in, patient, accepted, and deadly.
This crisis here mirrors the challenges faced by those in America, driven by skyrocketing rents, the ongoing opioid epidemic, and harsh weather conditions.
Because this city didn't choose fear, it chose tolerance. The idea was simple: don't punish addiction, reduce harm, save lives. And on paper it sounded humane, progressive, even revolutionary. Drugs were decriminalized in small amounts, safe injection sites opened, naloxone kits handed out freely. The streets became a place where using drugs wasn't a crime anymore. But what nobody talks about is what happened next. Addiction stopped hiding when there's no pressure to stop, no real exit in sight. Survival becomes the goal instead of recovery. People don't dream about getting clean. They dream about getting through the day without overdosing. Fentanyl dominates everything. Cheap, powerful, unpredictable, every dose a gamble, and yet people keep lining up because withdrawal is worse than death for many. Ambulances arrive so often they blend into the background. Paramedics revive the same person 3 times in 1 week, sometimes 3 times in 1 day, and eventually they stop. Counting, businesses nearby board up windows, families move away, tourists are warned quietly which streets to avoid, and the city adapts, not by fixing the problem, but by building life around it. Shelters overflow. Rehab beds have waiting lists longer than hope itself, and many users don't even try anymore because the street offers certainty, no judgment, no rules, no timelines, just the next dose. And standing there watching someone inject in broad daylight while people walk past pretending not to see, I realized Vancouver isn't failing suddenly. It's slowly accepting collapse as normal. This isn't chaos, it's stability and decay. A system that keeps people alive just long enough to stay addicted. And the most uncomfortable truth hangs in the air unspoken. When a society focuses only on keeping people alive, but forgets how to bring them back to life, addiction doesn't end. It settles in quietly, permanently, and Vancouver becomes a warning, not of cruelty, but of what happens when compassion